Shit, my bad. My bad. Welcome. There is somebody watching. You could have told me I was muted this whole time. Anyway, sorry I was muted this whole time. My apologies. Um, so welcome. Welcome to this side of the universe, the party pen. There's a whole nother side of the universe. It's past the Twilight Zone. I was muted for a long time. So, anyway, I am your super awesome. I'm your super amazing saint of awesome. Your super stone sage, Saint Nikki K the Great. And we are reading part 2 of God Said What. Before we finish God Said What, mostly because, well, anyway, we're reading part 2 of God Said What. It's called Jesus Who. And we are reading that. And so far, we have met baby Jesus. And we're meeting Jesus because apparently a lot of people don't know him. So we're going to meet him. And so far, we've seen how he was born in a house, not a manger. Anyway, we met that, and then we met him as he got his first 4 apostles. We were walking along with him as he got his first 4 apostles. There's Simon, Andrew, James, and John. And they're all fishermen. So you know they're the foulest of the foul. Hello, Nikki K. So that's where we left. Yeah, that's where we left off and where we will be picking up on chapter 5. So if that sounds fun to you, come this way. I have the 6 C's for whatever time it is. I have cannabis, cigarettes, coffee, a chair with your name on it, cat beds, and K-night space. So please come and join me. Please let me know where you're coming in from, what you're drinking, and what you're smoking. Go ahead and interact with me in the chat because I think we're waiting for a couple more people to show up before I get started. And then it's all ruined. Because it's very important today. It's very important. I drew pictures and everything. That's how important it is. I'm prepared. Yeah. And I'm smoking roaches. By the way, my weed is coming from the dispensary. It's not here. But I'm smoking roaches. Uh, so what are you guys smoking? Nothing. Anything? What are you drinking? I'm drinking coffee that's been sitting here for like 20 minutes. So I guess some people would call that old coffee. I'm not exactly sure. It's only been sitting here for like 20 minutes. I should probably stir it though, maybe. It probably needs to be stirred. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure of the point of stirring coffee that's been sitting there. I mean, nothing's happened to it. But whatever. Does anybody know the purpose of stirring coffee when you're drinking it? Well, no, I guess it would be because sugar is a solid and your coffee becomes a solid after you drink it because sugar is a solid. Yeah, so you're mixing up the sugar. Never mind, I know what you're doing. Okay, so we are moving on to chapter 5. Look, I need to share this. I trust God to get the message across, but I don't trust YouTube. Is that totally fair? Okay, here. Okay, look, we are on chapter 5. I'm going to take off my Devon Dudley sunglasses and read chapter 5. There are people coming. I keep saying that, but nobody ever shows up. But I know people are coming because I asked them. Oh, man. Look. Hey, Firefly, how are you? I almost called you Firestarter. Prodigies in my head. Look, Firestarter, are you friends with like CNA and Neil? Because I wish they were here. CNA needs to be here. I need I need people to be here. Because it's very important. Very important today. Today is very important because I'm actually going to do some preaching. And doesn't everybody want to see me preaching? I mean, everybody says stuff that involves preaching, but then they're not here when I do preaching. Okay, there it is. The best I can do. Okay. Shit. Firefly, are you still here? I almost called you Firestarter. Firestarter. It's Prodigy. Psychosomatic. Urgency. I'm good, my darling. How are you? I'm a little bit um panicked, you could say. I'm a little bit panicked because I think today is highly special and I want it to be as special to everybody else too because it matters. Today matters. If any of my Bible stuff matters, it's today. Okay. So, okay, here we go. Chapter 5. And when he saw the multitude, he went up on the mountain. And after he sat down, his disciples came to him. And opening his mouth, he began to teach them. Okay. Man, I wish people were here. Well, you know what, Firefly? It's just you, me, and you, my love. So this matters and you need to hear it. So I'm going to read the whole thing and then I'm going to explain it. Because I think it's better. Well, actually, maybe not. Okay. Let's see. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. So if you don't feel. If you don't, like, you believe in God, but all the God people around you are fake as fuck, so you can't deal with it, you know, chooses you before them. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the gentle, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness. They shall be satisfied. Yeah, that's you. That is all weirdos. All that right there is most all the people who come to my church because they want to know God, and they don't want Jesus to be a Jesus. Who's that? No, you guys want to know him. You want to know what he is and what he says because, like you, your whole lives you have been lied to, and you want to know what it really says, and you will get what he really says from me. That's a lot of fucking gunshots. Okay. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. Ooh, I am not merciful at all. I am unmerciful. I have a hard time forgiving people. It's a thing, and I have to work on it, and me and God are working on it. It is a thing. it is a thing. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Yes. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be sons of God. Blessed are those who have been persecuted for the sake of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. So if everybody hates you because of Das Bible, fuck them. Blessed are you when men cast insults at you, especially God is your imaginary friend. You love God, your imaginary friend. Oh, he's so fucking imaginary. That's why we have gotten all the appliances that we have needed since all of them broke. We have got everything we need for close to nothing. As soon as we lose it, as soon as I break it on accident. That is a fucking amazing imaginary friend. I just fucking the best imaginary friend. Okay. So blessed are you when man casts insults at you and persecute you and say all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. He's your imaginary friend. Best one ever. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward in heaven is great. I just want a pink room with some Naruto and a place to feed the raccoons. For so they persecuted the prophets who were before you. I would never want to be a prophet. I'm sorry, but the prophets had it so bad. You will not have it like a prophet. Trust and believe. Why are people message me on my YouTube? Okay, that's fine. I see why you can't talk to me on my YouTube. Okay. So anyway, um, what am I saying? Oh yeah, the prophets before you. It'll never be that bad. You are. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, Ricky. Hi, cousin. There's also Darkwing watching, but he can't comment. So he's just messaging my YouTube. And this is the part that matters. So if you're here, tell me what you're smoking and what you're drinking. And um, I'm going to tell you. Okay? So here we go. I'm going to shut up talking. Okay. You are the salt of the earth. If the salt has become tasteless, how would it made? How will it be made salty again? It is good for nothing except to be thrown out and trampled on by foot. Be the fucking flavor packet of the world. Be your own fucking flavor packet. Look, my character is Bible Lady, but you can ask Ricky, how much is my personality different than the uh, Bible Lady? Ricky, how different is it? I am my own fucking flavor packet. You know, you sprinkle me on your party, it's a good time. Actually, I'm just kidding. I'm so awkward. But I am my own fucking flavor packet. You can't trample me under your feet. I make a lot of noise. Yeah, Wheels, we are the flavor packet of. It don't matter what disorder you have, you're still you are the flavor of your life, man. Be your own fucking person. A variety pack works.
Someone is calling you right now, and I bet it's one of those scammers Sleepy Joe let into the country. So
hold on
I
one
would
second.
recommend answering, but I believe in you.
Hey, Mom. Hey, babe. It's in Toledo. Oh, it just died. How far are you guys from home? Okay, sweet, because I'm in the middle of a live stream. I said sweet because I'm in the middle of a live stream. I'm preaching. No, it's fine, baby, everybody. All right, all right. I love you. Bye. That's the best ringtone ever, right? Hold on, I'll show it to you. And this is how I'm the flavor packet of my own life because I'm surrounded by democratic communists. And they absolutely cringe when they hear that ringtone. It is the fucking best ever. Shit. Hey, Supersonic. Super! Damn, she's already sleeping. Oh shit, my battery's about to die. Okay, I can't do that ringtone. My bad. Hey, Debs. Wheels, quit it. All right, everyone. Now listen. You are your own flavor packet, okay? This is you surrounded by all kinds of bullshit, okay? I told y'all I drew fucking pictures and everything. I was prepared for today. Look, because I knew, I know this Sermon on the Mount by heart. And not even because I learned it as a kid, but because it fucking matters to weirdos. Okay? So this is you surrounded by all the shit of the world. Okay? Nor do men light a lamp and put it under the peck measure, but on the lampstand, and it gives light to all who are in the house. Okay, now remember, you're this guy surrounded by all this shit. But once you meet Jesus and you go through your spiritual warfare, you become this guy, still surrounded in all this shit, but you're happier about it, and then you make the things around you better. Okay. And there goes my weed. All right. Anyway, that's the drawing for today. You guys are the light of your own life. You are the flavor packet. Weirdos fucking matter. Okay? All right. No one. Okay. And then, lampstand. Let your light shine before all men in such a way that they may see your good works and glorify your Father who's in heaven. Now, the Christians get this wrong, okay? The Christians get this wrong because of what Paul said. Paul said, be a room and a light, be a light in a room full of lights, because that shit matters. Jesus is telling you, be the light in a dark place. Be the light with other weirdos. Show them a way to be good in the world and good at the world. Just be a good person, even if you're in the dark. And then it shows other people how to be good people. And then the dark is not so dark anymore. And then they go in their little circle, and they're not the darkness in that little circle. But you cannot be insecure in your light. You have to stick to being the light. Because if the light gets blown out, then again, it's like salt. It's like being your flavor packet. If you're dumped in water, only one person gets to enjoy you, and then they get to suck you dry. Okay. Anyway. Do and here is another place that they will be hey, Wheels, you're number one. Okay. Anyway, now this is where Christians in the West think that Jesus made everything different and made everything new and changed the law. But he's going to tell you right now. And this is why you have to be your own flavor packet, is for this right here. This is why you have to be confident in what you believe. And you have to be confident in your light in order for your light to continue shining because of what Jesus says next. Okay. Okay. Do not think that I came to abolish the law or the prophets. I did not come to abolish, but to fulfill. Okay? Because listen, I'm telling you, heaven and earth will pass away. Not the smallest letter or stroke shall pass away from the law until all is accomplished. Right? Whoever then annuls one of the least of these commandments, this is the 10 Commandments, and so teaches other, shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. Those are called televangelists. Joel Osteen. Oh, and what's his Swagger? Jimmy Swagger just died. He's a televangelist. He's going to the smallest part of heaven, it seems like. Okay. But whoever keeps and teaches them shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Oh, so Nikki gave the great. The sage. It's so awesome. It's so awesome. I'm telling you. If this is real life, this is amazing. I just, I get to be great. Somewhere at least. For, listen, I'm telling you, unless your righteousness surpasses that of the scribes or Pharisees, you shall not enter the kingdom of heaven. See what I'm saying? You always have to keep your light because these motherfuckers do not have it. They go to front of line. They go to purgatory. You have to keep your light. Absolutely have to. See what I'm saying? I'm preaching. I'm preaching. I'm fucking preaching, man. Look, I'm telling you. I'm fucking preaching. I'm preaching. Okay, here we go. If you have heard that the ancients were told, you shall not commit murder. And then that's when God turned into a Democrat. No, you don't have to. You only have to murder if you mean to. Like, if you lied in wait for him, then, then you're convicted of murder or whatever. But if you accidentally do it, you go into this other city over here. It's totally okay. Vote for us. We'll give you a city. Vote for us. Anyway, Jesus said, it don't fucking matter if you killed somebody, you killed them. Listen. Now, whosoever say to his brother, asshole, and whoever shall say, fuck you, you are guilty enough to go into the fiery hell. If there or you are, if you're going to do something for God, make sure nobody else is mad at you. Okay? If somebody's taking you to court, just like, what do they call that? Uh, Make a deal. Settle. Go ahead and settle with them whatever they want. Okay? That way you don't get thrown in prison. That way you can't ever pay them back, so you're in jail for a long time. So just go ahead and settle. You have heard it said, you shall not commit adultery. I'm guilty of that a bunch of times. Not recently, though, but I did that. But Jesus said, even if you look at somebody, even if you look at them in a sexy way, if you're like, oh, damn, that is, you're guilty. So you should probably rip out your eyeballs or something. And and then Jesus is like, and this divorce shit. Listen, if you get divorced, you commit adultery, and if you married married woman, you commit adultery. Okay. You shall not make false vows to God, but fulfill your vow. That is what taking the Lord's name in vain is. It's not saying goddamn. It's literally saying I swear to God. Especially if you're lying. I swear to God. That is taking the Lord's name in vain. And I said that in the Old Testament. It's not saying goddamn. No, it's lying on God. How would you like to be lied on? That's somebody taking your name in vain, or somebody doing something and blaming you for it, and then not even telling you that they did it in the first place. And then you're like, this motherfucker, I'm going to kill him. Anyway, that's taking the Lord's name in vain. Don't lie on God. But Jesus said, don't even put God in that shit. God don't want nothing to do with it. Don't swear by anything. Look, for hold on, never mind. Don't swear by the earth or by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great king. Yeah, have you met the kings from that place? They are liars. Nor shall you make an oath by your head, for you cannot make one hair white or black. Let your statement be yes or no. Anything beyond that is evil. See, and that's the thing. Like if somebody wants to tell you no, if you ask a question and it takes a long time for them to answer, the answer is no and an excuse. Very rarely, if it takes a long time to answer, is the answer yes. So if you ask a question and then you're sitting there waiting for a response, the answer is no. You have heard it said, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. That is, the punishment fits the crime. Not literally poke out your eyeballs, even though back then it probably was. But the punishment fits the crime. Okay? Now, this part is highly misunderstood. Jesus doesn't tell you what to do the third time. Two-piece of motherfucker. Okay. Anyway, whoever slapped you on your right cheek, give him your left cheek. And if anyone wants to sue you, let him. And then give him more. And whoever shall force you to go a mile, then go 2 miles. Because fuck them. Although I'm telling you, I couldn't even do the mile. Give to him who asks of you. Do not turn away from him and call him a smelly hippie. You have heard it said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy. Your neighbor will turn his back on you so quick. Never have a right hand man. And pray for your enemy, because at the end of the day, he might end up being the nicest person to you. In order that you may be sons. Damn, my phone's about to die. Okay, wait. Love your neighbor. But I say to me, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, in order you may be the sons of your Father in heaven. He causes his sun to rise on the evil and the good. Where's CNA Productions? Where's Drunken Wizard? Can anybody find him? Because this is the question he always asks me. That's called tinnitus, Neil. Red Feather, man. Hi, welcome. Can Deb, is CNA in your chat? Can anybody see? Oh, yeah. Damn it. I need him in my life immediately. Well, we need him here. Because this is a question he always asks me. Like, all the time. Man, nope. Damn, I don't see him anywhere. Okay, Debs, sorry. Alright, well, anyway, he's gonna miss it. I told him not to miss a day. And he said only if Neil was here. Okay, so God causes his rain to rise on the evil and the good, and sends his rain on the righteous and the unrighteous. For if you love those who love you, what reward do you have? Do not even the sinners do the same? See what I'm saying? You have to be a light outside of the room of lights. Those people only want to be around themselves. Their lights make them feel happy only if they're in the lights. They're only strong in their faith if they're in with each other. The second they get out in the darkness, they don't have that light. They can't hold that light on their own. Yeah. Anyway, Red Feather, I was just thinking about you. So, what do you guys think about this so far? And listen, you guys have to talk to me and tell me how I did. I know normally you guys don't talk to me about what I'm reading, but this time I really need you to. Well, Debs, you can call for him on your chat, like on your live stream. And maybe you could have I'll have everybody over here is already subscribed to you. Will you go promote me? I'm just kidding. Don't do that. But you could ask. Uh, Never mind. Never mind. Don't listen to me. I want to know what you guys think about this. Damn it. That is not. Ah, no. What do you think about this Sermon on the Mount so far? Okay, we got one more sentence and then we're done. And here's another thing. Okay. If you greet your brothers, what you do more than others, don't even the Gentiles do that? Therefore, you be as perfect as your heavenly Father is perfect. Right, that's what Jesus is saying. Don't be a light in a room full of lights. That's fucking useless. And that's all church people do. They only hang out in their room full of lights. Oh, yeah, his name is Jack. I have a bunch of cats. Come on, we got to get to talking about this Sermon on the Mount. This was made for you guys. It was made specifically for you. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Please come chat in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. Everybody, turn your thing to live chat. So, just in case. Yes. What do you think about this Sermon on the Mount? Feather, um, were you here for all of it? I mean, this sermon was made for you guys, especially, the people that don't fit in the room full of lights, the people that they can't mold into them. That is a lot of the people that come here. People that know God or know about God and are trying to understand Him, but they get pushed aside by people that don't make no fucking sense to them. So then they walk around having nothing. But I've read this Bible a bunch of times now, all on camera. I taught myself to reread. I could pretty much only read this book. So I don't know. But I've noticed that a lot of other people have no fucking idea what this book says. And a woman used the Jesus Who book to fucking make hurting children okay. But I am reading it to you and it does not say anything about hurting children. And it really offended me. So now we're reading Jesus Who. Yeah, Firefly, you've been here since the beginning. What do you think? I mean, do you think the way I read it, do you think that interpretation is appropriate for what I'm reading? Man, where's Miss Muddy? CNA Miss and Miss Muddy ran off together. Right, I feel like they don't make it relatable to the people. Right, Ricky. They have this story and they over exaggerate it. And then they use some guy who's not even Jesus to validate the bullshit that they just made up. I hate Bible hustlers. I am also high, but I don't think I'm stupid. But I am also high. Did you see that? I finally got it right this time. So, Wheels, what do you think? I mean, you rarely come into my church, but what do you think about it so far? Because this is probably all I can get through tonight. And I was hoping that we would maybe be able to discuss it, because, it's very substantive because of who all of us are and how all of us are. You know what I mean? Like, we don't fit into what people would call perfect people. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that don't fit in. Um, but truth is the most evil word in any language. Look, look, you guys, they're home. So I do have to let you go because they're home. So, yeah, you are still loved. And I guess we don't have to go right at this second, but I probably should. I hate preaching, but that wasn't too preachy. Say, I appreciate that, Wheels. Yeah, I do a lot of anti-preaching. It I say it's preachy, but it's a lot of anti-preaching because it's not preaching what is normally preached. It's very anti all of that shit. No, I guess we don't have to leave right away. I mean, the weeds here. This is the most offensive church. We do a lot of anti preaching. We, we could call it the anti church. No, because I couldn't remember that. The most offensive. Yeah, no, offensive church words. Because it really is offensive. It's visually offensive and verbally offensive. I'm just all kinds of offensive. The weeds here. Oh, as a matter of fact, hold on. False alarm, but I did unlock the door. Okay. Truth is the most evil word in any language. Okay, what is it? Um, I don't have anything to add to the Diddy trial. I think he's guilty as sin. He fucking killed Tupac and Notorious B.I.G. just so he could get fucking famous. That dude can suck nuts. I'm sorry, Firefly. Well, I've been veering away from crime because it seems like everybody got tired of it. Um, and the Diddy trial is federal. There's not really anything to watch. Um, but I will find something, but it's gonna be on my other channel, Legal Briefs. I'll start promoting my second channel when I get this channel better. I need subscribers on this channel. It does too exist. I'm right here, butthole. I'm not. See, that's the thing. I'm not trying to lead anybody in any direction. I just want to read what the book says so people make an informed decision on what they choose to believe and not believe. Because it is highly important to know things and to know that God did not say it was okay to kill children. And the message Jesus spread was not zealotry. It was not anything. And these people didn't kill him because he was teaching something different. He was teaching the proper way to do the shit they perverted. And they killed him because he was right. That is all I can say about that. And you will learn that as we go through the story. Because Jesus also talks about people like us. Later in the story, he calls us spiritual eyes and whatnot. But I'm not trying to validate myself for people. My words can validate me. I don't want to pump myself up like I'm the fucking best. No, I'm just a person who read this book that doesn't know what the fuck is happening. So, Christians don't teach God. And you know what? I can't say that because that's how they interpreted this guy that's not Jesus. Which is fucking stupid. They should be called Paustians. Because as much as I hate the rest of the New Testament, Paul says, I'm lying on Jesus. He's teaching the law. He's not teaching Jesus. He's teaching the law. And it's bullshit. And he says in the story, I'm here to make you guys sinners. You didn't know what sin was before, but now I told you what it is, so now you're all sinners. Follow my religion. Is exactly how the fuck that went. Yes, yes, yes. You can take your life and make a sermon, but can you take what Jesus said and make a sermon? That's what matters. Can you take what he said and make it a lesson based on just what he said? That's what I look for in a preacher. Can you teach me Jesus? No, they can only teach you Paul. My whole purpose is to teach you, is to tell you what Jesus said. That's why it's called Jesus Who. Because I want to tell you what Jesus said so you can make an actual determination of what you want to do with yourself based on what Jesus said. And Wheels, I'm not saying that personally. I'm saying that for like other preachers I've heard, they don't teach Jesus. They only teach Paul. They don't teach Jesus. They never go into the story of Jesus. They stick with the letters from Paul. And that's super aggravating. I might be slightly wrong on that. You know what I mean? Oh my god, did I kill chat? No, I don't want to kill chat. Listen, talk. What the hell? Hi, everyone watching. Make sure you press like and subscribe. We have good time. Oh god, we're done. We haven't even got. Look, I stopped the story before we got to where God shows his personality. And we're going to pick right back up there after these 4 books of Jesus. Because we're going to read these terrible books. And then we're going to pick up where shit gets good. And God gets happy. So we'll read this terrible ass story. And then we'll go to this happy shit. Okay, Neil, good night. It's time to give the pillow some head and the sheets some ass and have the sweetest dreams ever. Is anybody else ready to go? Let's all say goodnight right now because my weed's about to be here. We'll get to that part. Yeah, I do know that. But also, everybody says that. And you're reading the Bible, so you're reading another kid's paper as well. That's all we have to go off of. And if it was wrong, we'd never read about it. You know, if Jesus was really wrong, we would never know about it. Or if it was teaching something contrary to what uh, the the Old Testament says, we would never know about it. Right? I mean, that's how things work. If they don't like it, we don't hear about it until we get someone like Q. I mean, wheels, I don't know. I probably just offended you. Okay, well, I'm reading it, so make sure you don't miss a day. Yeah, well, they're not going to read you what it says or what it really means. But anyway, I just wanted you to see today's message and me actually do some preaching. Okay? And I hope that you're still your own flavor packet. Because exactly, be your own flavor packet. But I do hope you come back. But it is time to give the pillow some head and the sheets some ass. Have the sweetest dreams ever. I did do a good job. I was wondering if I did. We are all something. Hopefully, I made the Sermon on the Mount more understandable. Then they're just like, blah, 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 crap. They don't tell you what it means. So hopefully, I did a good job. No one knows what's real, but if it went against anything, we would not know about it. Well, just remember pray is an action word. If you're praying for it, you got to take the effort to do it. God's not going to do it for you. You got to make effort. Always remember that. If you pray for it, you got to go and get it. Which is something I have trouble with. And you have to say names. You have to say names and you have to make effort. Because if you don't tell God exactly what you want and you don't do exactly what you want, God's not going to give it to you. He wants to know exactly. Oh, I talk to God all the time. Dustin calls him my imaginary friend. Your fucking imaginary friend. And I told him it's the best imaginary friend I've ever fucking had. And I've had this same imaginary friend since I was like 3. So, God responds to me with, like, I wanted a deep freezer, right? And then Dustin's grandma found a deep freezer. She didn't even know I wanted it. I accidentally broke the washer and dryer. And then Dustin's grandma was going to throw out a washer and dryer. It showed up like 2 days after I broke my washer and dryer. That's what I am, sort of. I'm also an asshole. I'm an unforgiving asshole. I'm not very merciful. I am everything Jesus said not to be, and I have become a better person, minus a few things I need to work on. Yeah, could you imagine? Could you imagine somebody subduing me? Like, you've got to be perfect. I've been the same way since like second grade, right, Wheels? There's not. Oh, Wheels. Wheels has been pretty close to the same since second grade. He's been my friend for a long fucking time. Wheels was my first kiss. Did y'all know that? Yeah, I thought about that too. Oh, now I can hear. That is true. Also, Deb. Yep. We've been friends that long. Yep. I was a, yeah, I don't ever think about my safety. I probably should. I probably should think about myself way more than I do. I think with that wig, I look beautiful. No lie. I think that wig is amazing. I wish I had gray hair because I look fantastic in gray hair. So does Eric's first girlfriend, got a few baby daddies. Eric, we lucked out. No, actually, you lucked out. Yeah, but then I gotta pay for it. I need people to start helping me pay for raccoon food. Then maybe I could pay to get my hair dyed gray. But I need to feed the raccoons more. Where was Debs talking? I saw her. Okay, the beauty of God. Yep, that is right. But it's very specific things. That's what I'm saying. It's got to be very specific. Oh, my hair's too dark. I would have to go get it bleached and then dyed gray because my hair is almost black. You can't tell from the bottom. I got it bleached so I could dye it pink. It was blue before, and I was the blue haired Bible lady. Yep. Do you live in Ohio? uh, if you lived in Ohio. But then Justin said that it's dangerous meeting people on the internet. And then I saw a couple true crimes meeting people on the internet. Although I've met plenty of people from the internet and they haven't been so bad. But it's at one time. At one time. Silver. Yeah, that would look fantastic. I'd look like a super ninja guy. Ah, yeah, I'd be a samurai. I want to be a samurai. Oh, I'd be a fucking awesome samurai. Although I don't know how to use a sword, I would just be the sexy samurai. Sexy samurai. Yeah, I'd be the fat samurai. Fat, sexy samurai. Yeah, Ohio is like its own country. All right, grab your vape pen. But just know when my weed comes, I am going to have to say goodnight because my house is going to get super loud. Everybody's going to walk in all at once. My son, Dustin, his mom, Supersonic. Yeah, they'll all be. Yeah, yeah. And some of them are really close to my house. Yeah, a lot of serial killers come from the Midwest. Dustin tells me that all the time. It's like, I thank God I grew up in Detroit. Like, at least the killers there just shoot people outside. They don't go into people's houses and cut them all up and shit. They murder their kids or they murder people outside. Yeah, but there's not like torture, murder shit. Yeah, the big cities are like that though. Yeah, real ones. They have them down here too. But it's not as prevalent as it is in Detroit though. Did you guys know that's where I got curb stomped? Was Southwest Detroit. It's like outside crimes. But I think Wisconsin has the most serial killers. Don't ever go there. Yeah. Well, that's what we're saying. The Ohio true crime is crazy. Yeah, but they're not the one like the ones down here in this Wisconsin. It's very rare to get a serial killer out of Michigan. But there was a lot of them in Ohio, and they hoard dead hookers. I watch a lot of true crime, especially out of Ohio. They hoard dead hookers. Okay. Good night, Firefly. Okay. Let's all go give the pillow some head and the sheets some ass. For real, because my house is about to get loud as shit. I love you all. And I am saying good night for real this time. So, everybody, good night. Oh, I'm sure Michigan has gone bonkers. Like, there's a lot of malicious shit out there. One more.